The Pilgrims of the Dark Covenant is a very unique covenant to Dark Souls 2. In fact, there hasn't been any covenant like it in Dark Souls 1. Not to my knowledge. This covenant is dedicated to exploring the fragments of the Abyss. The Abyss is a dark area where you may actually want a torch for once in the entire game. It's filled with NPCs, or well, enemies, not the friendly NPCs. You might recognize if you played Dark Souls 1. And there's also a chance that you can be invaded and other online functions. So, to join, you must find and talk to Dark Diver Grandahl in the Black Gulch, the Shaded Ruins, and Drangleic Castle. I imagine I probably have to explain how to get there. For the Black Gulch, Dark Diver Grandahl, it's got a weird name, is hiding in a cliffside, so you're most likely going to want a torch unless your brightness is on very high to see the little ledge to jump down from on the cliff. Watch the video, you can see it. Now for the Shaded Ruins, there's a small plank area next to a hill that if you stand on, you'll fall through, the planks will break, and you'll fall right down to the altar next to Dark Diver Grandahl. So for Drangleic Castle, this one is a bit easier. All you gotta do is you gotta get to the first bonfire in Drangleic Castle. Then go into the big open room with all the soul doors. The soul door you want to find is in the back left corner after entering the room. Now, what you gotta do is kill an enemy next to the door and get souls to actually not go to you but to the door. So just make sure that you step away from the enemy once you kill it. After that, there will be a ruined sentinel inside, and behind that ruined sentinel, there will be a broken, shattered looking floor. All you have to do is stand on that floor, it'll break, you'll fall down, there's a bonfire down there. Just be careful, if you didn't kill the ruined sentinel yet, he'll follow you down there. Yeah. Now after talking to Dark Diver Grandahl, in all three locations, he will allow you to join the Covenant. As soon as you join the Covenant, the altar next to him will activate. But to make it activate any more times after that, you're going to need one human effigy per activation.
Pilgrim of Dark. The dark chasm beckons you. Those drawn to the dark are destined to seek it.
The activated altar, if you press X when prompted, will take you to a fragment of the Abyss. So onto ranks. Base rank 0 gets you the Abyss seal. Basically, it's for hexers and increases the power per hex, but takes about 30 points of HP away each time you cast a hex. To achieve rank 1, you must successfully clear one of the 3 Abyss locations. Now to clear a location, you need to find and light the beacon, and then find a little fog wall area, and just past the fog wall you drop down a little hole, and you automatically awake outside the Abyss. Note, do not use warping methods to get out of the Abyss. It's known to glitch the game and make this covenant unrankable. If you do not light the beacon, well, you gotta go back and light it, or else it's not considered actually clearing the area. After you clear one area, talk to Dark Diver Grandahl to get the Resonant Soul. Resonant Soul. So the Resonant Soul is a projectile that costs 2,000 souls per cast? I don't know, it costs souls per cast. More souls, the more damage. It's a hex.
Became but fragments. But slowly, the scattered fragments grew, absorbing all things. It is we who will be pilgrims to these sacred sites.
To get to the next rank, you must clear all other abyss areas, one per location you can find Dark Diver Grandahl. So after you complete all 3 areas of the abyss, you get to rank 2 and you get the Great Resonant Soul. Just like the Resonant Soul, except stronger. It's great. Now, once you complete all 3 areas and you exit through the fog and you fall through the hole, you're not immediately gonna awake next to Dark Diver Grandahl. Instead of waking up outside the abyss, you're still going to be in the abyss, but a new little area. It's just one room, and that's for the secret boss, Dark Lurker. Make sure you're prepared for a boss fight. The Dark Lurker is... well, he's got a lot of tricks. He's considered to be one of the best bosses in Dark Souls 2. I'm not even sure if it's a he. It's thought that the boss fight gives you a little introduction to PvP. It's a very well-designed boss fight. I enjoyed it. So after defeating the Dark Lurker, you can get to rank 3, granting you the hex Climax. That's not a joke. What this hex is just a lot like Resonant Soul, except it uses all souls in your inventory and scales even stronger with the amount of souls you currently have. It was known to one-shot people if you had a large number of souls. Can it still? There was a patch. I'm not quite sure it's as strong. Now, you also get the Xanthous Set. Sort of like a port over from Dark Souls 1. It's got some aesthetic changes, and then there's also Dragon Chime for casting miracles and hexes. Well, I think it is the most powerful chime for miracles. I might be wrong on that. And then unlimited access to the abyss. So you no longer have to give him 1 humanity per entry into the abyss. And why would you want to? Maybe because the abyss enemies drop bonfire ascetics. You can farm those. And maybe you just like invading in the abyss. Because if you invade in the abyss, it's a chaotic free-for-all like battle. Everything attacks you. I believe the abyss NPCs actually attack you if you are an invader. And the invaders have a special texture when invading in the abyss. They look like the NPCs in the abyss. This covenant doesn't change any online interactions besides interaction into the abyss. And this covenant can also be completed completely offline. You don't need to be online for any of it. This is one of those for the offline people. Personally, I see it more as a completion covenant. A high level covenant. You're going to want to be towards the end game for this covenant because it grants you high level stuff and is quite difficult. Will you want to stay in this covenant? I just beat it and then go on. Move on, yeah. There's not much to this covenant except that you can invade and PvP in that area. And frankly, I don't know. I don't think it's that common. So, mainly, the main reason to go through this covenant is to get your Abyss Seal, Resonant Soul, Great Resonant Soul, Climax, Xanthous Set, and Dragon Chime. Hope this video was helpful. I was a bit rambly this time. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment for any questions you have. Please show some support, like and sub and favorite and all that. It's greatly appreciated. I will also edit the video if, say, there's a patch and they change something. That occasionally happens. And if you have a recommendation for which covenant I should do next, please comment that also. So thank you. Thanks for watching. Please leave some support. Yeah, blah 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 blah. I should stop repeating myself. Goodbye.
May the dark shine your way.